Weaver and Schmidt, all losers.
The Lincoln Project has raised $90 million.
You want to make any comment about this Lincoln Project ad?
Yeah, no, I saw it. They should call it the Losers Project.
Let's lay that into rapid response.
Joe Biden says he cares about law and order. He says he believes in our institutions, our safety, and the rule of law. So why is Joe Biden publicly appearing on stage with a convicted felon?
Ever wonder what happens when you hit Trump right in his fragile ego? The Lincoln Project just dropped 8 parody ads that sent him into an absolute tailspin. And honestly, it's everything we hoped for. This isn't your typical political drama. We're talking about a grown man snapping his favourite putter in half during a golf meltdown and demanding his team track down the home addresses of people who made fun of him. Yeah, that happened after these ads hit the internet. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favour. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Did you know Trump's biggest weakness isn't his legal troubles or policy failures? It's his pathetic inability to handle being laughed at. The guy who loves calling others losers absolutely melts down when the joke's on him. And nobody understands this better than the Lincoln Project.
In January 2025, the future that generations were warned about will arrive. We know AI will change everything.
Joseph R. Biden is elected the 46th president of the United States.
But a far greater threat is here now. Because that day in January isn't about artificial intelligence. It's about actual stupidity.
Who designed their recent ads as psychological warfare missiles aimed directly at Trump's tissue paper ego. Most political attack ads are boring doom and gloom affairs with scary music and deep-voiced narrators warning about the end of democracy. But the Lincoln Project said, nah, let's try something different, and went for Trump's jugular by making him look completely ridiculous. Their masterpiece, the Trump diapers commercial, that brilliantly mocked his childish behaviour with the perfect tagline, "For when your president acts like a big baby." The genius didn't stop there. Another ad spliced footage of Trump's courtroom tantrums with scenes from Boss Baby, showing America exactly what Trump is. A giant toddler in an ill-fitting suit throwing fits when he doesn't get his way. Not exactly the strong, powerful image he's desperate for people to believe. Why baby diapers specifically? Because nothing destroys a wannabe strongman's image faster than comparing him to an incontinent infant. Trump has spent decades crafting his tough guy persona, and these ads stripped it away in 30 seconds flat. It's like kryptonite to his Superman complex, except instead of an alien hero, he's just an aging man with weird hair who can't handle being laughed at. The Lincoln Project wasn't just throwing random insults, they strategically released these ads to politically engaged millennials, who eat up this blend of entertainment and commentary. While other political groups waste time trying to debate Trump on policy, as if facts matter to him, the Lincoln Project recognised that humiliation is what truly gets under his skin. Policy critiques bounce off him like Nerf darts, but mockery? That pierces his armour every time. These weren't just random jokes for laughs. They were calculated psychological attacks designed to make Trump lose control and prove his critics right. The ads effectively said, "This man claims to be strong enough to run the country, but he can't even handle a joke without having a meltdown." And the beauty is, every time Trump reacts with rage, he proves the diaper metaphor correct. And oh boy, did he react. The moment Trump saw himself portrayed as a diaper-wearing baby on national television, he completely lost it. His reaction was so extreme, it basically became a bonus ad for the Lincoln Project, proving their point better than they ever could have themselves. Trump's meltdown wasn't confined to angry tweets or rambling speeches. It exploded into real-world tantrums that his staff couldn't hide.
You've got a turd in the punch bowl, it's not punch anymore. It's shit water.
The Lincoln Project salutes Vice President Donald Trump. As Vice President, Trump will finally have the time to do the things that make him happiest.
People aren't going to tolerate any more of this.
We at the Lincoln Project are confident that Donald Trump understands his position. Elon is smarter, wealthier, more charismatic, has a far superior and more successful social media platform and company.
While showing off his perfect swing at Mar-a-Lago, the psychological damage from those diaper ads started seeping through. His golf game completely fell apart faster than his healthcare plans. Picture this. the self-proclaimed best golfer in Washington suddenly couldn't hit the broadside of Mar-a-Lago. As his balls sailed into sand traps and water hazards, Trump's face turned a shade of red that made his usual orange tone look pale by comparison. Did he take responsibility like a grown-up? Of course not. He blamed the wind, his caddy, probably the grass for growing wrong. Classic Trump. Never his fault, always someone else's. The breaking point came when his putter betrayed him by missing what should have been an easy shot. In a fit of rage that would make John McEnroe look zen, Trump actually snapped his favourite putter in half. This wasn't just any putter. This was his prized possession, but apparently not even expensive golf equipment is safe from a Trump tantrum.
We knew that if we buy these Fox News spots, eventually he was going to see them.
We have the opportunity to help save the goddamn country.
Talk about old movies, playing on his phone, admiring the assets of other men. Meanwhile, President Musk can get down to the business of running the country.
The Lincoln Project is a political org.
Imagine being so triggered by a diaper commercial that you destroy your own stuff. That's some next-level fragility. But wait, it gets better. For days after seeing the ads, Trump remained furious. His revenge fantasy kicked into overdrive when he demanded his team track down the home addresses of Lincoln Project founders. Yes, the former president of the United States wanted personal information on American citizens who made fun of him. Thankfully, his aides managed to talk him down from recording a response video that would have only proven the ads right. The comedy gold continued when Trump's team tried claiming the Lincoln Project ads lacked dignity. This from the guy who built his entire brand on calling people Sleepy Joe, Crooked Hillary, and mocking disabled reporters. The hypocrisy meter exploded so hard it probably registered on the Richter scale. Political experts couldn't believe their luck. Trump's meltdown basically became a free bonus ad for the Lincoln Project. They couldn't have scripted a better response if they tried. By reacting exactly like the diaper-wearing baby they portrayed him as, Trump confirmed everything the ads suggested. The Lincoln Project had found Trump's kryptonite. When people fear Trump, he grows stronger. But when people laugh at him, his carefully crafted strongman image crumbles faster than a sandcastle at high tide. Behind all that bluster and braggings are just an insecure man with skin thinner than dollar store toilet paper. So what have we learned here, folks? The Lincoln Project hit Trump where it really hurts. Right in his oversized ego. They didn't bother with complicated policy debates or moral outrage. Nope, they just pointed and laughed. And Trump completely lost it. When political strategists discovered that Trump's Achilles heel was simply being the butt of the joke, they struck gold. As one analyst noted, his inability to handle being laughed at is his ultimate vulnerability. The real takeaway here, maybe fighting fire with fire isn't the answer with Trump. Fighting narcissism with comedy might be the secret weapon Democrats need in 2024. Forget the high road, maybe the funny road leads to victory.